At 49, I was 20 pounds heavier than I wanted to be. I was frustrated. I was tired of starting over every single Monday. And honestly, I was starting to think maybe this was just how it was going to be from now on. But now at 52, I've kept 20 pounds off for almost 2 years. No cutting carbs, no crazy restrictions, no obsessing. But it did take me 16 months. And it actually stuck. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, not because it was fast, but because it worked. Hi, I'm Lisette, and if you're new here, I help women in midlife glow up through fashion, mindset, and lifestyle. If this is your vibe, hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened in Italy that would have ruined every other diet I've ever tried, but this time it didn't. So stay with me. Now let's get into it. Before this, I spent the last 10 years chasing every diet you could imagine. Keto, cleanses, cutting carbs, cutting food groups, carnivore, you name it, I did it. All the foolishness. And you know what happened? Of course, I would lose a couple pounds, then I would gain it back. I would lose, I would gain, I would lose, I would gain. Never maintained a single pound, and here's why. They're not sustainable. Nothing stuck because it was all based on restriction. I can't sustain being on a cleanse and just drinking green juice or protein shakes and not eating food. I can't sustain never eating a carb again. I want to eat a piece of bread. You can cut out all these food groups and lose weight fast. But as soon as you add them back in, you're gonna gain the weight back. And it's not realistic to keep eating that way. It's impossible to eat that way forever. So you always end up gaining the weight back. Those diets only work until they don't. And they don't. So when I decided to lose the menopause weight at 49, I knew I needed something different. I needed a sustainable approach. Something I could actually live with for the rest of my life. And that's what made the difference. So the first thing I did was hire a coach for accountability. That was my first decision. Not a program, not a product, a coach. And we got to work. Structured workout program, 5 days a week of lifting, progressive overload, 10,000 steps a day, tracking my macros, and one flex meal a week. That meant one meal where I could eat whatever I wanted, no guilt, no tracking. Now, if you don't know what macros are your macronutrients, proteins, carbs, and fats. My coach would prescribe how many grams of each I needed to eat per day, and I would track them. And here's what's eye-opening. When you actually measure out what 5 ounces of chicken looks like, what 1 tablespoon of almond butter is, you realize how much or how little you've actually been eating. I personally think everyone should do this for at least 2 weeks, maybe a month. Not forever, but long enough that you really understand what portions look like, what you're actually consuming. Because most of us we have no idea. If you want to go deeper on macros, look up macro videos on YouTube or ask ChatGPT. But the point is, tracking made me so aware, and awareness is power. I started losing weight. The first 10 pounds came off relatively steady, slow but steady. I was still drinking alcohol at this point. I was living my life. I was eating my one flex meal a week, and the weight was coming off. And then I hit a plateau. Plateaus are where most people quit. Well, that's when I used to quit. You're doing everything right. You're doing all the things, and the scale isn't moving, so you think this isn't working, and you stop. But this time I didn't stop, I kept going. My coach was adjusting my macros. Sometimes they'll go up, sometimes they would go down. We were experimenting and tweaking, staying consistent. And during this time, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a 30-day break from alcohol just to see how I felt. And that's when everything shifted. It had nothing to do with food. Within that 30-day break, I realized I was feeling better, clearer. My sleep was better. My energy was different, less anxiety. So I decided to keep going. That's when the final 10 pounds came off. It wasn't fast. Some months a pound, some months nothing. But I stayed consistent, I stayed patient, and I kept going. And the weight kept coming off slowly, but it was coming off. Right after I lost the first 10 pounds, I went to Italy for 10 days. I went to visit my daughter while she was studying abroad. And in Italy, I ate whatever I wanted. I drank wine every day because I was still drinking. I did all the things every single day. My old self would have seen the trip and realized I wasn't tracking macros that well. This is ruined. And I would have stopped the whole thing. But this time was different. I went to Italy. I had the most amazing time. And then I came back home and I kept going. I just kept going because I understood something that I didn't understand before. One trip, 10 days of not being perfect doesn't erase the progress. It doesn't mean I failed. It means you're living your life. The real work is in what you do after. And I kept showing up. Here's the real secret. I didn't expect it to happen in 6 weeks. Genuinely, I was patient, so patient. The scale would plateau for a month and I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't double down. I wouldn't cut calories further. My coach would adjust, would stay consistent, and eventually it would move again. 16 months, that's how long it took. 1 year and 4 months to lose 20 pounds. That's a long time. And you know what? But it worked because it wasn't a sprint. It was a way of living. 5 days a week of lifting, progressive overload, 10,000 steps every day, and tracking my macros and one flex meal a week where I could eat whatever I wanted. And being patient with the process. That's the key, being patient. So there was really no restriction, no obsession, just consistency and patience. That's it. But losing it was only half the battle. The real question was, could I actually keep it off? Almost 2 years later, here's what I do. I am still lifting 4 to 5 days a week. I'm still walking the 10,000 steps a day. And I sprinkle in a little agree here and there. As I am making this video, I am not tracking. And this could change tomorrow. That could change next week, depending on what my goals actually are, depending also on my weight. If I weigh myself and I see that I am creeping up towards that 5 pounds, I go right back to tracking. I give myself a 5-pound buffer of where I want to be. I make sure I'm not overeating. I make sure my portions are right. And if I need to tighten things up, I tighten things up and I start tracking again. This stops the 5 pounds from becoming 10, the 10 from becoming 15, because that's when it gets so much harder to lose again. And I don't want to have to go through this process again. So I weigh myself every single day and I know what people say about that. It's obsessive. The scale lies. Trust how your clothes fit. But the truth is, sometimes your pants lie. You can be getting fatter and your pants still fit you. The scale doesn't lie. It's just data, and data helps me stay accountable. That's a non-negotiable for me every day. And when I see it creeping up, I act. And that's how I've kept sustainable weight loss for almost 2 years. So here's what I did. I didn't cut carbs. I didn't do a crash diet. I didn't do anything extreme. I had one flex meal a week. If it was somebody's birthday, if it was my kid's birthday, I would have the cake. I lived my life. And the next day, I just went back to tracking. That's sustainable weight loss. That's a long, sustainable process. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about having one flex meal, living your life, and then coming right back the next day. Consistency and patience beat restriction and obsession every single time. What works is a realistic approach, something sustainable, something you can actually live with, something you can do for the rest of your life. If you're struggling with weight loss after 50 or you keep losing it and gaining it, this is for you. Drop a comment and tell me what's your biggest struggle with sustainable weight loss. Is it the speed? Is it the plateaus? Is it staying consistent? Drop it in the comments and let's talk about it. And if this helped you, hit the like button and subscribe. Share this with a friend in your life who needs to hear that slow, patient weight loss is the kind that sticks. If I could do it at 49, frustrated, thinking this was just how it would be, then you can do it too. Weight loss after 50 is possible. Keeping it off is possible. And you don't have to cut carbs. You don't have to do anything crazy or obsess to make it happen. You just have to show up, be consistent, be patient, and choose a realistic approach that you can sustain for the rest of your life. And remember, you're not too old and it is not too late. I will see you in the next video.